Energized Show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Energized, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout and Our King's Competitions. Ross,
are you intoxicated or something?
Introduce the guest, man.
We are bringing you Brave FC and Fight Academy's own Mr. Gerard Burns. Gerard, how are you doing, my man?
Good as it can be.
Yeah.
Just after a serious pod session with the coach Shando. And some nice food.
Yeah, you might as well get the plug in there. What were you eating?
Just after a nice big boozing, inspired by Paul Hughes.
Tell us what you got. No, he has to let the fans know.
Double chicken, small bit of rice, and all the works. Chorizo crunch is a must.
What salt did you go for? I think that's the real question.
I get the mild salsa with a little bit of medium. Give it a nice kick.
Fair.
First one in a while now. First one in a long time. I've been thinking of it since I seen Paul's episode.
Maybe not this fight, Jared, but maybe next fight. Do you reckon Bouger might end up on the fight kit?
Not sure. Mine's or Paul's.
On yours.
That would be good.
Yeah, this is your episode, so you know what I mean. Like we want to get you sponsorship on this occasion. I think Paul's on the way to a sponsorship already. He's going that way anyway.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
But Gerard, you're going to be fighting in 2 weeks' time out in Tenerife. How much are you looking forward to that? And this one's at bantamweight. We've seen you flyweight more times than that. Why is this one at bantamweight? Is it because you're eating boojums?
No, it's just the way I came around. They offered me a bantamweight fight. I tried to get it as a catchweight, and they wouldn't allow it. So I'm happy enough to go for it. I'm pretty sure there was no flyweights up for the challenge in Tenerife.
Yeah, and tell us this. Obviously, we'll probably see you next time out at flyweight. Flyweight, that's your home, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not finished. Not finished there yet.
Okay. And look, you've won your last two Brave fights in absolutely emphatic fashion. You've got the first round knockout twice in a row. Unbelievable finishes out of you. Tell us this. Are you pushing to get a belt put around your waist at Brave?
Yeah, well, that's the goal, isn't it, for every promotion? I'm just pushing to take all these guys out and see where I can get to. And that's the end goal, sort of, to take a world title.
Yeah, and Jared, from the outside looking in, the way you're just like totally taking the Brave scene by storm, the way they're like constantly promoting you, like since you joined the company and now ahead of your fight on the 19th of October, like what way is the company sort of like talking to you about like going towards the belt?
Yeah, there's never been a flyweight. There's never been a flyweight champion, so I never knew that until I was in Bahrain for my first fight, and they said there was a curse in the division, and I was joking, saying I'm going to take the curse away. So from then, I've had a goal to do that and wipe these guys out and become the first champion of Brave.
So far, so good.
For the flyweight division. So far, so good. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you haven't put a foot wrong. Like 2 first round finishes. Tell us this: do you feel like that really makes a statement to them? Because obviously, you know, a lot of people would say flyweights wouldn't be known for their finishing power, but someone forgot to tell that to Gerard Burns.
Yep, that's it. I ain't no ordinary flyweight, as you've seen.
And tell us this: like, obviously, the flyweights up in Fight Academy Ireland are insane. Obviously, there's yourself, you know, Kieran Coogan, Damien McGuigan, and then obviously there's guys at bantamweight as well. Like, how much help it is to have all those smaller bodies up the gym putting in the work?
Amazing. The list goes on. There's too many names to start naming.
Omos Oliver as well. Better give him a shout out.
It's incredible. I've been there. Like so Damien McGuigan also. He had a fantastic fight. just 2 weeks back there. All those young lads, like they're years younger than me, you know, and they're coming for it. So it's sort of pushing me on also, and it's great to have them there and all the rest of the team. There's just so many guys, and we're all bouncing off each other, pushing each other on. It's an amazing thing we have up there.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely. Now there was a guy, a Georgian man. I don't know if you seen him. His name is Bedzina Gavashvili. He's 14-3 from Georgia. He's also flyweight in Brave. Do you feel like a win here and another emphatic finish, you could call him out and say me and him for the strap?
Hope so, yeah. The bald Egypt, I call him. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. He's bald. He's a baldy guy.
Yeah. I've been in his head after my first fight. He replied under one of my posts, prepare to meet the bald eagle at the top.
Okay.
And I thought,
he
and I reversed that and said, I'll see you there, you bald Egypt. But yeah, I think that's going to happen. Yeah, if I don't get the other bald guy before him, either one of them.
I think what we need here is we need a bit of help from Phil Campbell on the mic saying, hyping the fight up. Did you ever have a chat with Phil Campbell before you fight on Brave to let him know what's up?
Yeah. Phil B's about, yeah.
Yeah, he's a top guy. He's a top guy. And fair play to Phil.
Good guy. He is brilliant.
Yeah, fair play to him flying the flag over there on the commentating side of things as well. You know what I mean? It's the one thing I will say about Brave, which is pretty cool, maybe enjoy this, is obviously they go to, now maybe Tenerife isn't quite a good example of this, but they go to really obscure locations in Europe for fights. Do you think that is quite attractive to fight with Brave for that reason? They probably go to parts of the world that you'd never visit.
Yeah, of course. Like, it's always been a goal of mine to visit as many countries as possible. And it's just the perfect opportunity, you know. Without being in this promotion and fighting, I would never see half of these countries. And so yeah, it's a good buzz. It's a good part of the package.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we touched on him earlier, but you're fighting the same night as big news Paul Hughes. It's a massive night for the gym that night. And you let us know off air you have Paddy McCurry coming over with you. So you're bringing the heavies with you over here. How good is it to have someone like Paddy in your corner?
It's amazing. Paddy's one of the main men. He's always sort of led the way for us boys, you know. Brilliant to have him there. I've known Patrick a long time. My whole life I've known him, really, and it's just brilliant to have him there in my corner and to be travelling over with me once again.
He has got too big for his boots now since being on tough, has he?
It's tough, all right.
Is it just Paddy coming over with you, or is there anyone else coming over?
Yeah, well, Paddy's coming over. Yeah, and there's a lot of support coming over also. There's a good guy coming over, yeah. The Burns Army will be out in force once again.
Absolutely. I'm sure.
Shout out to all them boys and girls.
Absolutely, Gerard. I'm sure it's probably easier to convince people to go to Tenerife, is it?
Yeah.
And remember where you fought.
It's a popular location. I've always wanted to go to Tenerife myself, so I'm looking forward to it, I must say.
I love it, Basma. What were you going to say there?
No, I was going to say, like, with a big win here, obviously, like, I mean, you can call for a title shot. Like, the way the company have been pushing it, everyone could see it from the outside looking in. Do you think you could call for a title shot, like, up in Belfast?
That would be a dream. That is sort of where my vision's at, to be honest. I think I would have to win the title first, then call a rematch or a title defense in Belfast. That's the ultimate goal with Brave. To get Brave to the Odyssey Arena.
Yeah. Also, that night, Richie Smullen will be fighting on the card, so there'll be plenty of Irish interest as well. So I don't think it'd be a bad idea for Brave to come over to Ireland, Ross. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd definitely be here for it. I think the more promotions that we can get on the island of Ireland, the better. And I think the same way that, Paul Hughes broke down a few barriers for fighters outside of SPG to get on to PFL. I think Gerard's breaking down barriers with Brave, and he's shown like fighters that there's different options out there with different fight promotions that you can go make your name with. And sometimes we were only saying that one of your teammates, Tiernan Lochran, he was fighting over on LFL, and when he was fighting over there, he was nearly the only Irish person on the card, or he was one or two Irish people on the card, and it adds a lot of eyes on you when it's just you or you and another fighter on the card that week, as opposed to sometimes sharing a card with 10 other Irish fighters. Do you feel that when the sport comes around, when you're fighting on Brave, that there's a lot more eyes on you because you're the only Irish fighter fighting on that card?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, most of the guys are from over the other side of the world, aren't they? So
yeah,
that's my goal though, to bring it to Belfast and give the boys in the gym, you know, some of the young up and coming talent and some other boys a chance to get on the promotion, and I believe that's going to happen soon.
Definitely,
yeah. I think it'd be foolish not to, and also, you know, like I touched on there, you have Phil Campbell who will definitely be in the rear doing it, and all they need is one or two stars like yourself and Richie Smullen to really put their best foot forward and show that Ireland has the talent in abundance.
Yep, we all know that. It's just a matter of time before we start to show it in abundance.
Gerard, you're fighting on the 19th of October, so for the people tuning in, make sure to stick it in the diary. You're taking on Santiago Paiva, who's on a 3-fight win streak. What do you know of Santiago?
I know he's more grappling based. Pretty sure he's a brown belt jiu-jitsu. That's all really. A bit of a wild style. I think he's going to try and initiate the grappling early when he feels the power, if he's still there. But I'm happy to go anywhere with this guy, to be honest. You know, happy to go anywhere.
He probably won't want to catch those hands after watching your last two fights.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, coming again.
Hopefully he's not watching this, or else he might pull out. Like,
Can't see that. If he pulls out, I'll still get a holiday. So.
Yeah, Baz, like,
more excited for
the worst. Baz is on a roll at the moment, saying the worst things possible for this show. We had Dave Feldman, the CEO of BKFC, on there last week, and he was like, "Oh, what for rains in Marbella?" I was like, "Baz, stop now! Don't put bad luck on these things." I want to see Gerard Burns go in there and get his third first round stoppage in a row.
100%, man.
That's what's happening.
We better get the invite as well. We'll be rolling the army down the road.
You might bring the flood with you.
And Gerard, you said you want to fight all over the world. Is there any particular country or venue that you want to see yourself fight in?
The Odyssey Arena in Belfast.
Yeah, like I could definitely see that. I could see that happening sooner rather than later. And with Brave, how long of a fight deal do you have with them? Obviously, you're 2 fights into it. How many more fights do we have with Brave signed up for?
We've got another 4 fights. 4 fights, yeah. I've actually just had 1 fight of that contract. Yeah, so 4 fights left.
Oh, so you originally got a 1-fight contract, and then they gave you what, 6 fight deal?
Yeah.
There you go, man. Like,
5. So I had a 1-fight contract in Bahrain, and after that, I got a 5-fight deal. So pretty sure they were just getting me over to get beat by that guy in Bahrain, and didn't work out that way for them.
Exactly. No, but like even the fanfare you had after, because everyone knows in Ireland, anytime a FAI lad fights, like the amount of support they get is basically unmatched.
Yep. There's no support like the Irish, as you boys know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you better believe it. And with that, when you were offered the 5-fight contract from Brave, that make you feel good that obviously they have a lot of faith in you and like they want to keep you around. Does that make you feel like, right, this is a good spot for me?
Yeah, of course. I knew it was the time just to knuckle down and go at it. I knew it was meant for me also, because I always sort of envisioned myself going to Brave from an early stage in my amateur career. I always had the promotion in the sight, and when it came around, I knew it was it. I knew it was ready to go time.
Now, I know we just spoke about the bald eagle there, but there is one other famous flyweight in the world who's recently re-signed with Brave, the undefeated Mohammed Makayev. How much would you love to get your hands on him, Gerard?
Can't explain how much. He is the end goal, to beat him. I couldn't care about a world title, to be honest, just as long as I get to fight him. That would be
Now,
it for me.
and what makes him such a massive scalp that you'd love to get?
Just because of his record, really. You know, in his amateur career.
Mm.
Remember when Glenn McVeigh, a guy who used to train in our gym, he fought Makayev in his first or second pro fight. That's when the first time I heard of this guy, and had a wee look into his background and seen how good of an amateur career he had, and I just said to myself that day I would love to fight him. So funny story, I always envisioned myself going to Brave to beat this guy. Then he went to UFC. So when Brave came about, I was like, right, let's go. Now he's in Brave all of a sudden because he was winning that much. So I know what's going to happen. Just a matter of time. But I'm not looking past this guy on the 19th of October. We're gonna wipe him out first, then we'll see what's happening after that.
So would you rank it, Gerard? Makayev, the Odyssey Arena, and then the Brave title. Is that the way you look at it, or
that's the way I'm looking at it? Yep.
That'd be huge.
We'd love to see it.
That would be huge.
I think I would have to beat him first for the title, then call the rematch in the Odyssey Arena.
Yeah, well, look, I'd watch that, and you could make Makayev versus Burns anywhere in the world, and people will be here for it. And I'm sure
the Burns army will be there. That's for sure.
Absolutely, and I'm sure Brave would love to put Makayev in a title fight, and I'm sure him against an Irish person, like, you know, you have that Russia versus Ireland again. I know he's also from the UK, but he has that sort of Dagestani descent. I feel like people will go nuts for that. Even if you want to do Ireland versus England, mark it that way, people would love it.
Yeah. England / Dagestan.
Yeah.
/ I don't know what versus Ireland.
He's Bahrain as well, is he?
Yeah, Bahrain.
Yeah.
But like that's definitely a fight that we will want to see. Jerry, the promos you cut in the mic as well, they went very viral. Can we see you? Do you think we'll see you on the mic at Cage Conflict 14 on November the 2nd?
Anything's possible.
That's what
anything's possible.
To see.
I'll be here for it. I'm sure we'll see you at Cage Conflict one way or the other. I'm sure you'll be in attendance supporting your own. Who knows? You might even do a bit of cornering that night. You never know.
Yeah. I'll be there, yeah. Look forward to Cage Conflict. There's always some serious scraps on that too.
Yeah. Well, there we have it, Pasmo. Gerard Burns, he's live in action in Tenerife. Is it October 19th?
Yeah.
19th, yep.
You can't wait to see it.
Jared, is there anything you want to say for the people that would be either tuning in or going to the event on October 19th in Tenerife, Spain?
Just shout out to everyone who's showed me some support through my whole career, my team for getting me this far, my coaches, and everyone who's been there for me up to date. It's not over yet. We're going to keep on going.
Definitely.
The journey is just beginning.
Burns Army, stand up.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Jared, thank you very much for your time, and we'll speak to you later soon, bud.
All right, lads. Thank you for having me.
Energized Show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going. Keep up the good work, guys.